Tree's pushing you. I don't care. Don't die. Nice res. What a queen you are, bro.
Hi everyone. I'm PirateWalnut. I'm a GM Mercy main, and today we're going to be looking at some games for the end of the season. Honestly, I'm surprised with all the positivity to my first video, and if you are seeing this video, it means I wasn't depressed and edited another video. Today we'll be focusing on how to effectively support your team and also how to read fights. I start by damage boosting Echo for some early ult charge and also to potentially get an early kill. I know I will predominantly be pocketing Echo this match, so my positioning will be revolving around her. You always want to establish what goals you have as Mercy, such as wanting to pocket an Echo so you can have a general idea on how you may position. Knowing that they have hit scan, I plan on using the corner to safely beam Echo. I have to fly to Ana to keep her up because I need her alive so she can heal Winston. I make a mistake not healing my Winston, thinking that the Ana with nade could keep him up, but she misses the nade, making the Winston very vulnerable and we lose him, and we could have saved him if I chose to heal instead of solely relying on Ana. Honestly, at this point, the only option I have is to pocket Echo, and without our tank or our second support, our team quickly falls apart, and I definitely could have gotten out, but you can tell by my voice that I'm not the best driver. So how can we take that first fight and adapt our playstyle? Knowing that they have a lot of burst damage with Ashe and Echo, we are going to need to look after our tank a bit more so he can keep making space and so Echo can't focus beam him. Well, as long as Winston doesn't welcome the damage with open arms. I go for a super gem res that would have been good had I gotten more height, and Ryan pins me, but thankfully Grandma got the chloroform. I play safe because of dynamite, but Echo is playing aggro. I'll be keeping this in mind for the rest of the game so I can adapt to her playstyle. I should have just held damage boost instead of healing. Could have confirmed the kill on Echo if I did. I should not be super jumping here. While I don't get punished for it, it's always good to not give an opportunity to get clipped into a montage. I really need to respect the Ashe. I know I'm better, so I need to respect her more. I pop Valk to push our advantage as well as to get back to my Echo. With the enemy down at DPS, I can push damage boost harder to make our dive better. The enemy is walking back and is looking to turn the fight, so my team backs up so we can get back our cooldowns and re-engage with EMP. Knowing this, I need to have GA ready to stay with Echo when we re-engage. I'm going to be using the left wall as my main cover, so I do a short GA to get the ground level, then fly with Echo using the roof as cover.
3, 2, 1.
I go around the corner to keep beam on Echo and then I see Bob, so I GA the payload then fly to my Ana to stay safe. I need to support both DPS because my Ana is focused on healing Winston up front. My team is taking a lot of damage, so I'm going to heal a bit more so we can stabilize. With the potential threat of an enemy EMP from Echo, I play around corners so I can avoid it, while still making sure I support Echo. I need to keep Duplicate alive, so I'm prioritizing healing. Especially in more messy fights, you can get more value by ensuring Duplicate stays alive than trying to be aggro with damage boost. Every situation is different, but at the end of the day, an alive Duplicate will always do more than a dead one. Their DPS are now Tracer Cass instead of Ashe and Echo. I make sure to res Somber before the enemy comes back so we don't have to waste any cooldowns. If I held damage boost on the Echo, the Tracer would have been dead, but also if I grinded Mercy boxing instead of the main game, I would have hit the Tracer. I'll wait for Echo to fly out so I can GA. Ana has full sight on Winston and they don't have an Echo anymore, so I can trust that she can heal him. I should have packed towards my team more so I would not have a chance of getting cut off. I don't get punished for it, but it's a good thing to know. I hear footsteps behind me and see it's the Kiriko. All I really need to do is ping her and then run away from all my problems with Valk, just like every Overwatch player. I love to position behind the enemy so I can call or ping anyone that is vulnerable like a Kiriko without Suzu. Perfect to set up shot call opportunities, but do be mindful of any threats that can get to you if you do take this risk. I make sure to watch Ana as I beam Echo as I know Tracer is behind, so I'm keeping a close watch on the Gilf so I can peel if needed. My GA usage is messy as I use Slingshot when I don't need to, especially against faster comms such as JQ, Lucio, and Kiriko. This can be life threatening, and that's saying something because Overwatch players don't have that. This position is exposed to a lot of sightlines. A better position would be to the right of my Echo. I misjudge my team's movements because of me being scared of the Tracer, so I miss out on a great damage boost opportunity. The super jump to the ledge saves me from having to rotate in front of the enemy. It goes to show that to have good movement, you need to have the fundamentals of positioning. If Ana dies, we instantly lose the fight, so keeping her up is the biggest goal now. Tracer doesn't have recall, so I'm willing to pistol and try to kill her. Devoured has 8 letters, and I ate that. Yeah, I deserve that sleep after saying that. My Ana is taking the scenic route, so Winston's not able to survive from my healing alone. I honestly don't know what my Ana is doing, but give me a double of whatever she's having. My Echo thinks she can copy, so I touch for her, but she dies instantly, so I'm gonna go pad my stats like every good Mercy. I know the enemy will push up to try to get more kills, so my main priority is to stabilize our team so we can have a full fight. If we lose anyone now, we can kiss this round goodbye.
Farming nano. I'm ready to go on fire.
With the team fully back, we can start a fight, which means I need GA for Echo.
I go flank with copy, can we get?
I play below because I can use the pit as cover and fly through the cracks of the map so I can stay alive. I also have Valk to get me out if I have no targets, so I'm pretty safe down here. Unfortunately, I can't res anyone under here, so I go back up to my team. I'm willing to stall with Valk, so Echo has space to deal damage. A bit too close to the Rhine, but it gets the job done.
Shoot Tracer.
As soon as the fight ends, take a mental note of which enemy has ulted. From this fight alone, I know that both Tracer and Cassidy ulted, but the supports and Take may have ult. This is the perfect thing to call out, as well as track for your own survival.
We need to go and create this fight.
We plan on engaging hard with ult, so I need to save GA for Echo like how we did on second point. Once you get into the mindset of what your team is doing, your positioning will improve tenfold. I ping Kaz because he is out of position and is Echo's biggest threat.
Go carry on left, yeah. Freeze out.
No ults are used by the enemy, so these next fights will have a lot of them come out soon.
It's okay.
Except, it's not June.
Yeah, 32.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to nade them.
My Ana is flanking again, so I must heal Winston to not reveal her position.
I don't know what, man. I could do it on the Krieger, I could do it on the Krieger.
Well, Ana missed her nade, so she may need to get her eyes checked.
I want to hide with copy and go copy on it. You don't have to move this.
My Echo wants to flank with Copy, and calls that I don't have to go with her, and honestly, I should have just followed her anyways, because I don't really have great flight paths if I don't, and I kind of brain fart and listed this call, which leaves me short-circuiting. I put myself in an awful position, and during mistakes like these, it's good to remember that we are all human, and to learn, you have to make these mistakes, so don't beat yourself up for these type of plays, but learn from them.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump point. I'm living on point.
Unfortunately, the mistake affects my mental, and I GA when I did not need to. At times like these, it's good to take a deep breath and reset.
That's okay. Get OT if you can. Nice.
This Saturday, I'm starting a new series called Study Saturdays, where I VOD review my viewers on my Twitch, so make sure to follow down below so you can potentially get VOD reviewed before Season 6. My goals this round stay the same as we run the same comp as we are running a pretty good dive.
Ryan, Kreeberg.
They have a hit scan, so I need to make sure to use the walls and roofs to my advantage to stay alive. We only seen 4 people, so a Tracer pick may be here.
What's up, Tracer?
By holding res, I'm able to res near statue, which makes the res safer compared to if I did it on the ground. I should have prioritized healing Winston instead of the Sombra, because the Sombra could have translocated back. While we can't engage yet, our team will be back quicker so we can take a quick fight once we regroup. Sometimes you have to play for the next fight, and that's okay.
Unlucky. Ryan's back late. He's here now. Shoot the Kree,
Winston is pushed up, and if I try to cross, I am bound to get lit up by the Cassidy, so I gotta leave him to die. Instead, I can keep focusing on the fight, and through that, we were able to get a kill on the Rhine, which will be great for when the Winston comes back. I'm safe to do this res because I know that Tracer ran away, and we can fight as 5 with Ana up. I know we are going to push our advantage, so I fly with Echo and pop Valk so we can confirm this checkpoint. Especially in big fights like these, you always want to use Valk. Valk comes back very quickly, so don't be afraid to use it. I mess up my GA as we back up from an unsuccessful dive, and sometimes you'll have fights like this, but it isn't your fault. Here I check if Ana has Nano to see if I should try to save some healing for her. I don't do this as much in game, but make sure to click tab once in a while to help track ults and character swaps.
With the MP.
I'm setting up EMP on Ana.
We're waiting on Sombra to set up for EMP, so all I need to do is pocket Echo and let Ana heal Winston for Nano.
Yeah. I'm ready.
I
Whenever.
could go. Ready?
I moved predictably in the air as I did not know where Cassidy was, which puts me in a lot of danger, but I am lucky the dive came in and saved me. I ping Ana to come to me for healing, but she runs away. Maybe she needs life alert, not sponsored, unless they want to. Damage boost stacks with Sombra's passive, so make sure to blue beam her when appropriate.
Get 3 on.
While I want to stay on point, Echo is pushing up, so I have to leave point to make sure she stays alive.
Get 3.
Ryan's like gonna suffer sure.
I'm taking healing off the Winston
I mean,
so I
I'm
can
just
Valk
gonna
for
pass
next
the
fight
fire.
to help us snowball our advantage.
Look for
I can set up.
Anta.
I can hack on. I can hack on. She's kind of far though.
Yeah. Is Kree closer? I can go Kree really close.
I have Valk now, so I'm gonna Valk Winston's
Ready?
dive to help him confirm his kill.
Got 3, 2, 1, go.
With only one ult, we're able to clean up this fight very quickly, and as Mercy, you want to find opportunities to use Valk like this so you can save more powerful ultimates like Nano for later.
Ana in the back.
Small note, I shouldn't have healed Echo fully until Valk was done so I can get some extra ult charge when the Valk ended.
She's booked in.
Just right.
When you are able to roll fights, you have a lot of downtime to think about what positions your team may take and what ultimates may be used, so make sure to do so. I know I say this a lot, but this is a necessary habit all Mercy players need to climb. As an example, here's my team doing what you should be doing.
I think
Just
they
go
do
for
it
Ana.
now.
Yeah, just go for Ana.
I tried to nade them, but I'm on point, so
And I can stay point. Ready whenever.
Yeah, I could go on Kree.
I hug the walls so I can stay
Yeah,
safe as I
3,
pocket
2,
Echo.
1.
Notably, I hold the left wall so I can quickly fly towards the high ground to LOS the enemy. Once I'm on high ground, I'm pretty much safe as long as I don't show myself to the Ana because the Cassidy is dead.
Go break.
I'm on point.
I heal Winston because Ana healing is being blocked by Reinhardt.
Break hack.
My main goal as the fight gets scrappy is to help support Echo by damage reducing and healing her so we can kill the enemy backline quickly.
Kill Tracer, hurry. On point. Tracer on Mega behind her.
Break my
You kill
team.
Ryan or not?
Unfortunately, we aren't able to confirm enough kills, which allows them to regroup and we lose 2 members in the process, so I have to
You
back
can look for
up.
res if you play slow.
Try and hack.
Mercy, you have to.
We love a tank king, and in the hard times of Overwatch 2, good tank players are hard to come by. If anything, good teammates in general are hard to come by. Let's do our checklist as we wait to regroup. We have Duplicate, EMP, and Nano. Most likely, we'll be using Duplicate, so I need to make sure I stay alive so I can support her. I also need to make sure I do not run into Ana so they don't accidentally Nano me.
Yeah, she's close, yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I can go.
No, she's far now. She's really far now.
Okay,
They're
go
playing
Kree then.
really far back.
Yeah, it's fine.
We haven't
I can
committed
play
to a
both.
fight yet, so I
Just
don't
play
need to
both.
do any crazy movements, so I can just use my funny right click.
Shoot the Ryan.
My Echo moves forward, so I move forward. I'm anticipating Deadeye, so I try not to be in the air, but instead I use this building as cover.
That's fine, kite that. It's really bad.
Yeah, I'm 4-star right now.
Tracer's up
I
there.
shouldn't have GA'd this far up, as this potentially puts me in danger.
The Tracer's
Three on
Tracer.
left. Yeah. I'm looking at it.
I mistime my GA, and I GA very low, and... Yeah, you can comment that I'm boosted, and honestly you should, because it would help push out this video smile. We didn't commit a lot of ults, so it isn't as much of a loss for us, so we can engage with EMP. This Tracer recall wasn't called, and is a good start for anyone learning how to shot call to call this and other crucial abilities.
Sure. 3, 2.
This Valk is kind of overkill for this fight, as we already committed EMP, and a very good one might I add. If you Valk at a bad time, you can't go wrong with damage boosting.
Kill Tracer.
I personally like rezzing at checkpoints if that character needs to take certain parts of the map, like Winston and Echo. This is very situational, but the main practice most Mercies do is just to let them respawn. I'm confident in this decision because the enemy is regrouping, and as long as no one dies until my res cooldown is under 10 seconds, I will be able to res without punishment.
Go on a monkey whenever they woke up. I can play point. You don't have to.
My Echo dies because I left her for 1 second, which is unfortunate, but not as bad as my movement. It happens. GG, go next.
Tracer top left. Can we clear?
Ryan's-
Oh, crease up. I can hack him. Ready? 3, 2.
Tracer 1.
I really need to get into mercy boxing. Oh well, back to blue weaving.
Tracer 1. I'm zoning backside. Pushing behind the field.
Run.
With Tracer dead, I can focus on pocketing more without worrying as much for Ana.
Yeah.
Using this main high ground, I am able to pocket Echo without being up
I
front.
could really die.
Cassidy Deadeye, so I back up knowing that my Echo is going to back up so I can stay with her.
I need to route into you.
07 to that Sombra. Even God can't help you in that situation. I'm not in a good angle to follow Echo with GA, so I choose to meet Echo up top rather than try to follow her.
We ping pong.
I fly to high ground for safety but get cut off from Echo. Once again, I'm gonna have to meet her in the middle. I know Ryan hasn't shattered and knowing anything about this Ryan. Also, this tracer just completely misses. I don't know what to say.
I'll come back to the
I'm back with my Echo and you already know what time it is. It's blue beam time!
Nice. Break two. Brick and Tracer. Good brick. I'm sting point. And a back right, no need.
I was going to res, but I popped Valk to wait for Orisa Javelin, then I can go for this res. Anywho, time to cosplay a blender.
Shoot Surge.
Now that I post long form videos, I am obligated to say this, so... A majority of my viewers are not subscribed, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so I can stop asking, please. I really do not want to do that again. We have a couple changes to our comp with Hanzo, Ram, and Bap. Our comp is more poke heavy, so I made it to heal Ram more to keep him up, but I get better damage through targets in the end. While our comp is different, my main goal is still to pocket Echo around the corner. Based on sound and pings, I can infer that they have a Chaos Tracer and Ryan. I get sidetracked, but make sure to click tab after 15 seconds to see the full enemy comp.
They stopped the wall. Slow cream. Right.
I see Tracer blink to the left and I ping it for my Hanzo holding high ground. If you're using voice chat, just a simple character on ping can help streamline callouts. Ram does not have Nemesis form, so I need to heal him so he can cross safely.
Yeah, sure.
I try to play on this high ground, but the enemy pushes up, so I rotate back to my team.
I no shield. Slowed me in. Shoot ran.
A bit risky, but I fly to Hanzo to damage boost him to maybe help confirm a kill on Tracer. Didn't need to, but if it worked, the fight is an instant win for us. The enemy pushes hard, and while I move predictably to get back to my team, I'm able to stay with Echo and Bap can support me. If I played on high ground, while I would be safer, I would cut off line of sight of my team. Sometimes your options aren't always great, but it's better to commit to a decision rather than meet halfway and accomplish nothing.
To pin me, but he pinned you instead.
Bro. Like, wait, you high?
Me?
Yeah, bro, you sound stoned.
Everyone always says that. I mean,
Our comp is the same, so my goals are the same, but I am expecting an enemy Tracer as she has been playing it for the whole game. I plan on using the statue as my main cover, especially because the enemy is backing up. I can LOS the Tracer by dancing around the golden man.
No shield, by the way, on Ryan.
I'm more inclined to heal more as it is overtime, and if we lose one, it'll be very hard for us to push up again.
Slowing Ryan.
I barely don't make it to high ground, so I expose myself to cast. I definitely could have just stayed on statue.
Well, I'm slapped. I have no form either. Looking up. Shoot, Ryan, shoot.
I was going to fly to Hanzo, but
Slow back,
C-Bap
slow
is
back,
low,
slow
so I
back,
quickly
slow back.
changed targets because I need to keep Bap alive. There is a party at Lamp, so I need to stabilize the two until they can get to high ground.
Oh, just one.
Ram is about to take the force of a big German man, so I need to help him now.
Oh, wait.
He couldn't survive the big German man, so I need to stall and get Valk off a Bap.
You're Valk in 3.
Once I get Valk, I escape window and realize I need to res for us to have any chance of winning. By using the phone booth, I'm able to get the res and get out alive.
Nice res. What a queen you are, bro.
Now all I have to do is support my team with Valk and for them to surround and eliminate the enemy team.
What a
oh
club.
my god. What a res.
What a queen you are, Mercy. Pirate
Playing balls of steel.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to get to 500 subs, so if you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and comment your favorite moment down below. Spread love and be kind, and I'll see you in Season 6. Bye bye!